Smells real nice out here. Why is that number so high? I'm going. The bells for ding ding ding. Look at the map first. I don't know where I'm going. I could make a left. I could make a right. That just goes to a horse ranch. Continue going this way. I was right. Like motorcycles. How am I gonna get up this hill? smells real nice here. The trees and the flowers smell real nice. This used to, as you can tell, this used to be an old railroad track. Before I go in the tunnel, let me close my backpack. Did not realize it was open. Oopsie doopsies. So I was reading Wuthering Heights, which is one of the most famous English novels in all of history, people say. Written by Emily Bronte. Emily Bronte, I don't know how to say her last name. I should know. Anyways, she wrote it, then she died. She was like 20 years old. Her only novel. She had like, first of all, this book, really boring. I mean, no, the framing is very interesting. I just can't stand just like people sitting around in their parlors. They're talking or they're weeping or they're actively dying. It's just that the whole time, and I just can't stand that. It's too much for me. It's interesting how they talk, but besides that, it's not much of interest. Anyways, I got like a quarter of the way through before I was like, you know what? I'm good. I got the point. Anyways, Emily Bronte, she had 5 siblings, so she's one of 6. Every single one of them died like young, because that's what life was like back then. And her sister wrote Jane Eyre. Her other sister also wrote another famous book. In any case, they all died. One died like 10 years old. There was a typhoid outbreak at her school. The other one died at 11. The oldest lived till 39. 29, 39. I think 29. I don't remember. But anyways, their father outlived all of them. Not because he lived a long time, but also they all died young. I thought you'd enjoy this tragic backstory as I'm biking down this very long bike trail. Wonder if there's anything else. There are like little cubby holes on the side that people can hang out in case of any danger. Oh, we're getting to the end. And now we're at the tunnel. Sorry, a bridge. How very lovely. The view on the left and the right. I think I did see this bridge on the way here. The subway line is, sorry, the train line is another bridge on the right there. So I saw this bridge. I was like, I will cross this. The water looks nice. There's a person down there fishing. Anyways, I'm currently reading Solar Pons, which is a pastiche of Sherlock Holmes, written by August Derleth, a Wisconsin author who died a while ago. A pastiche means it's just meant to pay homage, or kind of like, not a satire, but meant to like replicate what it is. Oh, people here. There's a winery. What? And over here, food. Alright, I might come back to this. I will have to come back this way anyways. This August Derleth, he basically wrote to Sir Conan Arthur Conan O'Doyle, who wrote Sherlock Holmes, and said, hey, I know you stopped writing Sherlock Holmes a while ago. I want more. Please write more. And then Sir Conan O'Doyle was like, no, I'm not writing anymore. So August Derleth is like, all right, can I at least like continue writing it my own? Can I just take your character and just keep writing more short stories? And then O'Doyle was like, nope, you cannot do that either. So he's like, all right, I'm doing my own. His name will be Solar Pons. He will have a sidekick, just like Sherlock Holmes did, called Parker. There's very close similarities. In the original Sherlock Holmes, Watson, he's come back from the Boer War in the 1800s and back to London, where he struggles to adjust to life, and he's the narrator of the story, of course. And then Solar Pons, Parker basically does the same thing. He comes back from World War I, struggles to adapt, and also, of course, still from his perspective. What's going on here? Take a little rest stop. Oh, iced coffee. Let's take a little detour. Food, candy, snacks, toilet, hot dogs. It looked a bit more exciting than it actually was. It's okay, off we go, continuing our journey down the bike trail, which is this way. Alright. Out. So anyways, Solar Pons is basically just Sherlock Holmes, but they changed all the names. Solar Pons is exactly the same character. Though I haven't read the Sherlock Holmes books, the short stories, but I feel like Solar Pons is not as good. I don't know if it's like this deductive reasoning thing is not as like interesting when Solar Pons does it. He's a bit lame. He's like, well, I think a lot of the things he's guessing too, I'm just like, all right, yeah, you can deduce that, but like you are probably wrong in like the real world situation. You're like, well, I can tell by how you write the letter E that you're American because your E is a little curvy in this way, and you must be from Florida. I'm like, this doesn't make no. All the arrows are pointing the other way. Am I going the wrong way? There's a lot of things along this bike trail. This is nice. And this is another rest stop. Remember when the train used to go through here? I don't. Now, where's this bike path? I have to turn left somewhere. Alright, well, I will have to use Google Maps. I am here. I should have gone. Oh, what? This is gonna seem really strange, but I will to go back and veer to the right somehow. All right, let's do it. Interesting. All right, so we go back a little bit. And somehow veer to the right. Is it this one? Is that way veering to the right? Did not veer to the right enough. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, this is it. What? Oh yeah, you see on the left, that's the trail I came from. The right, where did I come from? I came from that way. That's so confusing. All right, we good. We good. Ma'am, that is not a bike. She said the whole journey is a 4-hour round trip. Might not be. Look how fast I'm going. Actually, it's not a matter of fast. I'm enjoying the journey slowly. What else am I reading? Anyways, I was reading some of those short stories. I just started a new Kurt Vonnegut book called The Piano Player. I am a huge fan of Kurt Vonnegut, American writer, one of the best American writers. There's a lot of humor in his writing. He's not writing a comedy per se, but it's just humorous writing. I got to a very good scene, which I guess where the name of the book comes from, The Piano Player. Like a player piano. Like the pianos like in the old-timey Western movies that like play themselves. You put a coin in and the keys move and it looks like a ghost is playing these pianos. Anyways, in this story, the scene that I really like, that I got to, which was in like the first like 10% of the book. The guy who owns the big factory in town, he basically owns the whole economy of the town with this factory that makes, I don't remember what it makes. Anyways, it's the 50s and he's automated a lot of the machinery and things like that. As a result, he's laid off a bunch of workers in the town, and people are not a fan of him. But anyways, he has high power in this town. Anyways, he goes to a bar, like a towny bar, where just all the locals are. I forgot why he goes in there, but anyways, he goes in there to order a drink. And while he's in there, all the people are just like glaring at him, upset that they lost their livelihood because of this guy. But one other guy who's like, oh yeah, I remember the good old times when I did have a job. Let's drink to that. Hey, let's put a tune on the player piano. And then he does that. And the funny thing about that is, like, this player piano is like the definition of automation. It's automated, like this piano playing process. So while everyone's glaring at him, this piano player is just playing a tune. Look at their fancy tandem electric bikes. Anyways, I thought it was a very good juxtaposition of what was happening, like what was happening in the story. The piano player, I guess we'll see if that comes back into the equation story-wise. It might not. These farms have been very lovely. I'm glad I'm not walking. My feet have been very tired in the last several days, getting blisters on my toes. But now no more, just using my thigh muscles to propel me forward. Actually, this is an electric bike, so I am going pretty fast. Claw machines. I can win myself a Pikachu or a Peppa Pig. Bunch of nice farms on the left and right. I could go as long as I want. I really don't have a plan for today. I just need to make it to the next town, which is called Hsinchu. Hsinchu. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's a small town just south of Taoyuan. Anyways, I'm going there because it's just on the way to Taoyuan. I really don't need to go to that town at all. But coincidentally, there is an international school. There's several international schools, I think, in that area, but there was one there that did give me a job offer in that small town. Though I didn't take it, mostly because I want to teach both music and drama, and that was only a drama position. There are some instrument stores in the town that I do want to check out. I have been schlepping my way across Taiwan, buying up a bunch of instruments, carrying them on my back like a packed mule. There's one that I mailed back to Japan because I know I couldn't carry it with me. Hopefully it makes it there in one piece. I am honestly pretty worried. I see something up there that's not a bike. Like a little golf cart. Hilarious. Oh, anyways, that's true. There are some instrument stores. I want a small, it's called a pipa. Pipa. I don't know why it's called a pipa. Pipa, pipa, pipa. Like a horse. Pipa, 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 pipa. That's one instrument that I think is absolutely gorgeous, that I do want to buy. I have bought a few different Chinese instruments. One is an aboriginal, as in like from the original indigenous people here, called a moon guitar, Visitng. It says no cows and carts on this road. The pipa is very heavy though. Let's see if I can find a cheap one. A nice cheap one would be like 2,000 Taiwanese dollars, which is about 60 US dollars. Oh, there's a dam. Damn. A lot of people selling their goods down here. Maybe I'll come back for lunch. Alright, yeah, I'll go to the dam. I think this is the way to the dam. There's only one way to find out. Do I have enough footage of me riding this bike? I'll turn it off, let it pause. I'll be back. I briefly decided to turn the camera on as I passed what looks like mausoleum, old graves on the side of the road. Very interesting to see. There's a little path up there. Goes to their government building. Yeah, look at all these like old graves on the side of the road. I think they're graves. I don't know why I turned my camera off. This is a very interesting road, also, which has led to a dead end. Has it led to a dead end? I found the dam. I had to go around the long way. Actually, just the other way. But I found it. Continuing my bike ride, I just stopped by, had a corn dog, and it was not very good. It was a pretty bad corn dog. It's cold on the inside, pretty flavorless. Made me sad actually. It cost about $1 US. Why do I subject myself to this? And in any case, interestingly, right at the dam, when I was right at the dam, I saw someone wearing, saw a gentleman. He was wearing the same exact camera that I was wearing. One of these clip-on Go cameras. These are called an Insta360 Go 3 camera. Anyways, he was wearing one of those, but he also had some attachments I did not have, such as like these tripods, an extra 361, a fancy microphone. I just got the camera. Anyways, I get talking with him about this camera, And I also find out that because he did not understand what I was saying. I thought he was Chinese. Apparently he was Japanese, and I was trying to connect with him with the fact that, hey, I live in Japan now, and I also have the same camera as you, which is not this is the first time I've ever seen someone out in the wild who had the same camera as me. Anyways, he seemed very uninterested in both subjects, or maybe it was a language barrier thing, but more likely it was one of those reserved Japanese things. Reminds me back in April, I was out in Kyrgyzstan, out in the mountains, in the middle of nowhere, absolutely middle of nowhere, and I bumped into a guy, just me and him on the trail in the mountains, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm Japanese," and I told him I was moving to Japan soon. He seemed wholly uninterested, disinterested. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they're just keeping their interest to a minimum. When I speak to people here, they can tell that I'm not Taiwanese, of course, by my accent. Also kind of how I dress too. Not that I like my Taiwanese men have like a fashion style, which I think is pretty horrendous. It's the hair and the glasses, and I don't know, don't like it. But in any case, they can tell based off how I talk. But some of the guesses I get, they don't immediately guess American, but they know that I'm not from here. But they guess, they sometimes guess Malaysian, sometimes they guess Hong Kong, but sometimes they do guess correctly. Oh yeah, seems like you're American. Though interestingly, when I talk to like Chinese people, like from the mainland China, when I speak in Chinese, of course they know I'm not Chinese, but they can tell that I have a slight Taiwanese accent when I do speak Chinese. The Taiwanese people, they kind of speak more gentle. The mainland accent is a bit more aggressive. Well, the Taiwan accent is like, oh yes, I am here. I like flowers and butterflies and jelly beans. It's a little bit lazier too. I'm kind of getting tired of this biking. I might turn around soon. We'll see. This guy's trying to helicopter his way out. It's no longer a scenic bike ride because I'm next to a freeway. Not a freeway, a highway. The weather is very nice for biking. Yesterday I was near the area and it was raining the whole time. I went to the Aboriginal Village Culture Park. You might see some videos of this. Oh, what is this bridge? Well, let's take a look. This looked more interesting than the going down bit. There's some bridge that goes over a thing. You know what? I am guessing it is a bridge that goes over the highway. But from up here, I'll be able to see what's going on. And then where I'm meant to go next. I am going further. It was a bit premature to call it quits because right where I turned off, where the road continues, you'll see that it veers away from the highway, which is nice. But secondly, it does go back into the mountains, into the nature a bit, over the water, over the river. So we'll see that in a second. I was reading Wuthering Heights because of the whole framing device. The whole device of there's a story and there's a whole nother story that gets told in this story. Basically what happens in the story is this guy shows up at this house that he's renting or whatever, and he just meets a bunch of weird people who are very reserved and kind of upset, at odds with each other. Anyways, he goes back to the other house that he's staying in, and then the person's like, I know all about this, why they're like this, let me tell you. Oh look, there's a bridge down there that's kind of in the middle of being constructed. You see it? They are not done. So anyways, he gets told this story about why this family is the way they are, and it's a weird, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like hardships and potential incest and things like that. But in any case, I really like the framing device, and I was reading about it because I was reading about the origins of the Arabian Nights, 1001 Arabian Nights. I was really into that because I was recently listening to Scheherazade by Rimsky-Korsakov, a beautiful symphonic suite written in the early 1900s, no, late 1800s. A beautiful piece written about the 1001 Arabian Nights. In any case, no, the whole story, and like, there's a lot of different versions of this story, but basically the framing device is the same, in which this king like is basically killing all the women every night, and then like Scheherazade is a clever girl, and every night she tells him a different story or the continuation of a story, kind of leaves it at a cliffhanger, so that he's like, you know what, I want to hear the rest of the story, so I'll let you live for another night. And she keeps doing that for 1001 nights, and eventually like he's fallen in love with her and he doesn't have to kill her, something like that. Anyways, it's a fascinating thing because like it's a very, very old story, and like there's in theory like a thousand stories in here, but actually not, because some stories you can break down into several parts. But essentially there's been a lot of research about like where the stories come from and what's the original, things like that. And like the consensus is that it's come all the way from India a very, very long time ago, and then as it's like spread throughout the Islamic world in Arabia, and then Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, all those places, it got different influences and stories from those places. So the stories in there are always changing. The framing device is always the same. Now the story of Aladdin is an interesting one, because Aladdin, yeah, you can find it in like the most popular like French version that came out in the 1700s, and then in the English translations. However, this story was never in the original Arabian Nights. Basically, this French guy talked to knew this guy who was from Syria or Lebanon, I forgot. But in any case, maybe Tunisia, Algiers. Anyways, he was like, I need to put some more stories in this 1001 Nights translation that I'm doing. Do you know any good stories? And this guy basically told him this story. Where he got the story, not sure, he probably made it up. But anyways, in his version of 1001 Nights, it takes place in a long time ago in China, with the sultans and things like that. But it's clear that he had no idea what he was talking about, because Aladdin was not, I mean, there weren't huge Islamic empires in China. In Western China, yeah, there were a few. But having it take place in China is not very consistent to the rest of the story. I think by saying China, he just kind of meant a faraway place. You don't have to worry about where, just China, far away. That's why in all like the adaptations that you see and hear and watch, it all takes place in like Iraq, Baghdad. Ding ding. See, why doesn't my bike have a bell? I'm getting tired of biking. Not the biking part, but my butt is getting tired of sitting on this chair. And I've been just kind of going through the countryside. Apparently it does go to a small town where you can eat food and things like that, and I'm not really interested in that, so let's take a... I've been biking and treating myself to some noodles, some pot stickers, some red tea. Yum. Well, I'm biking back now. Just had a delicious lunch at this town called Dongxi, or Dongxi, I don't know how it's pronounced. But funnily enough, Dongxi in Chinese just means things, stuff, thingamabobs. Dongxi is like things, go get that thing. What is that thing over there? Stuff, thing. Let's go on this side here. This guy's in the way. Dongxi it literally means east-west. I don't know how you decide where to eat your meals. Normally when I'm traveling, I just wander around till something just inspires me. The vibes, the options. Sometimes it helps if there's English on the menu as well. But I feel the vibes are good. I walk in, sit down and eat. Sometimes, you know, I'm just feeling a certain food and I see it. I don't know what I'm craving, but when I see it, I know it. There was no second guessing. I passed by this dumpling place. Not a lot of people sitting inside, so that was good. It inspired me. I walked in, ordered some food. I'm flying into a lot of bugs flying into my face. I was biking a while back and a cricket landed on my shoe and was just hanging out for a bit. There's some mosquitoes here. I'm glad I'm not here in the summer. In the summertime, the mosquitoes here are terrible. There are still mosquitoes here during the winter. Right now I'm rocking 3 mosquito bites. 2 on my hand, 1 on my forearm. Actually might be 5, I'm not sure. I have 2 on my feet, I think. But for a Taiwanese person, my body reacts very poorly to mosquito bites. I think I'm allergic. I swell up quite a lot and it swells up quite considerably. And it stays and it remains there for like a week. So the first day looks fine. The 3rd and 4th day is the peak of like it's nasty, ugly, swollen redness. But I don't know how my ancestors are from here and they had to deal with mosquitoes all day long. If I were born in Taiwan or born in a small village dealing with mosquitoes all day, how would I fare? I'm not sure. Or maybe the reason why I am so allergic is because I didn't grow up with mosquitoes. Seattle doesn't have many mosquitoes where I'm from. So maybe I've just not built up this immunity to mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can go die.
Okay, sure.
Though I did hear a theory, or maybe I don't know if this is real or not. Probably not. Like the Taiwanese bugs, or wherever I go, they're used to the local blood, you know? And I show up here, this American, with yummy, different, exotic, but actually a little sweet. I got some sweet blood. I got sugary blood because of all the sugary fats I eat, my fellow Americans eat. And oftentimes when I do travel with locals to the same place, they like don't get bit at all while I get eaten alive. They can smell the difference between the blood. They're like, we've had this before. Like this is our like daily food. This is something new. Yum yum. It's a little sweet. I will go for this American meat. We need to do some sort of experimentation with this. We can prove this scientifically, I think. We don't have to do this here in Taiwan. We can replicate this anywhere in the world. You just need a local person, several local people, and several Americans. Ideally ones that eat too much sugary things. Put them in like a lab with mosquitoes or something. Count how many times each one of them gets bit. I do think that mosquitoes they sense blood really well. So I do think that they will know the difference. Was it also true that like people can get so drunk that like there's so much blood in their alcohol that sometimes when mosquitoes go bites one of these drunken people, the mosquitoes themselves get drunk because the alcohol content in the blood that they drink is also so high. I think I've read that too. This is how you create some alcoholic mosquitoes. That's another experiment you can do. Once I got a mosquito bite so bad. This was back in Boston, maybe 6-7 years ago, probably longer, 8 years ago. One of those summer mosquitoes in Boston. But it got so bad, like it was on my leg. It was on my like the bottom of my leg, but it started swelling up so big that it covered like the majority of my leg. It was so bad I went to the doctor. The doctor was like, I have not seen a mosquito bite this bad before. This is you're not good at fighting. Your body's not good at fighting mosquito bites, clearly. She gave me some steroids to help me fight off this a bit more. Eventually, when that bridge is done, it's going to connect these two towns across the river. All these people parked to the side. I'll take my camera off. I'll show you. You know, I showed you almost everything except for me. Here's me riding my bike. Hello there. Yeah, I know. It's sunny. There's a lot of these signs in Chinese. I wish I knew how to read it. I speak it fairly well, but I don't know how to read things, and also on top of that, my vocabulary is all right, but there's a lot of simple words that I should know. I look like a complete dummy when I go up to somebody. I point at a food. I'm like, what's this called? And they're like, this is a strawberry. What are you? It's clearly a strawberry. It's even labeled strawberry. And I'm like, I didn't know this. They forgive me because they can tell that I'm not a local person. But those who do think I'm a local person just think that I'm an absolute illiterate idiot. Though interestingly, I do hear that, especially with the computer age and the texting age, Chinese, Taiwanese people in general, the younger generation, they're getting worse at typing or writing or reading these words. Because when they type, they don't type these whole words, right? They type what it sounds like. They type it in like English. They're like, all right, that is over there. The fourth symbol is oo. Oo meaning 5. So then when instead of writing out oo, they could write it oo, but they just spell it YU. I think that's how you spell it. I'm not sure. These are some nice trees. It must be very nice in the summer when all the leaves are blocking the road from the oppressive, humid sun. They all have pinwheels on their heads. So when they bike, all the pinwheels are spinning. That's adorable. I kind of want one. All those ladies back there at those stalls were selling them. Though I thought it was just like a you hold it sort of thing. I didn't know it clips onto your head. Wow, that dog was sitting on that basket, looking very majestic. Coincidentally, when I was riding just now, right before I saw that dog, I was thinking, it would be nice to have brought my rats and put them in that basket there. But then I thought they would be very confused, potentially scared. They're like, why are you just bouncing up and down? And why is the world moving by me so quickly? At least the dog, I think, knows what's going on. My friends, the Rat Cafe is opening up back soon. The one in Yokohama, Chinatown. Very excited to see my ratties again. They've been closed for almost like 2-3 months because of renovations out of the owner's control. Pretty sure this is not the train route. Yeah, I guess the train went through this way, which is now a playground. Look, there's the old train line on my left. But you fall, it just ends. Yeah, it just like dies. It's gone. Gonesies. This is a very pleasant bike ride. Oh look, I kind of see where the dam was. We're back at the dam. All right, let's see if I can get one of those pinwheel hats. So those are some pins.
来抓到我啊！来，你们抓到我吗？哎，拿起来，因为
这是放在头上吗？
对对对，绑夹的。看下底的。
怎么穿？
夹在头发上面。
头发我没有够头发吗？
你如果有帽子，还是夹在你那个口袋那个也可以。
也可以。
哎，对，有地方夹都行。
哎呀，平常怎么哦？像这样子夹，对吗？
可以，你只要夹得住，不要掉都可以。
对啊，可以放在。
出来就是玩一下。
对啊。
有人抓到我要辣吗？抓到我以后不要辣。
啊？
要面吗？好，要加就是要加那个什么沙茶酱吗？
什么可以穿？
好。
哎呀。 什么穿法？哈哈哈，好，就像这样子可以穿，一个是多少？30，好。1、2、3，好，30给你，好吧，谢谢，拜拜。Look, I've attached it to my glasses. Now it will spin when I ride. The coolest biker in town. Yeah, I'm the coolest cat. I'm the coolest cat on the bike trail. No, it is spinning very fast, so much that it's vibrating my glasses. I should use this wind to generate electricity, convert it back into my bike. No, that's not how that's not how energy consumption works. I'll just end up creating more drag than the benefit that would go back to my bike. These guys are staring at my cool accessories. Should have gotten two, one for each side of my glasses. There would have been liftoff. I would have flown like a helicopter. Is this the wrong? Did I go the wrong way? To mature. Oh. I'm doing well, my friends. I would imagine on the weekends it'd be very, very busy out here. Ding ding. Ding ding. A little fishing area there. Give me some more power. Oh yeah, that's nice. See, they also sell those windmills. I already got my own. Here's the view on the right. Here's the view on the left. Remember, here's me rocking my stylish, whirly, dirly, spinny, flowery thing. We're about to get to the tunnel. Before we go in the tunnel, pause for a second. I'll take a quick picture. Little bike rest stop. Oh, my butt. All right, going down the tunnel. Choo choo, I'm a train. There are people who go like spelunking into caves and tunnels, and I think that is just insane. Like, people are not meant to be down there, which is why people die when they go down there. Tunnels like this is fine, but I'm like caves where you just squeeze in and you just get trapped. That sucks. There's some caves down there where just like, I don't know, just fish or microbes, some things, some creatures somehow get down there thousands, millions of years ago, and there's just an ecosystem down there. That's insane to me. Oh man, I was driving down a tunnel in Taiwan just like a week ago. But really, it feels like a month ago. It seems so long ago I did that. I've just done so much on this trip. Have I done a lot? I don't know. I'm just biking. Today I'm just biking. Tomorrow I have no plans. We've done made it. What does 3 power look like? What does 4 power look like? I have the power to drive so fast. Look at me. I think 3 is too much. Where did I come from? Did I go from here? I don't remember where I came from. I think I came from this way. No, I remember I specifically did not come from that way. That goes to the horse farm. I'm not going to go to the horse farm. Came from this way. I remember now. And then... Oh, I remember. Yes. Through here. Through these paths. Hopefully not crash into anyone else coming this direction. That would be bad. Da, 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 There's a holy export site. Give me more power. Oh, am I here already? It's the end of the trail.